So academic word list words are considered to be superior vocabulary for TOEFL, IELTS, and, especially for international students. So academic word list, it's a real thing. And if you need to take any kind of standardized English test, you should know as many words on the academic word list as possible. So these are kind of like advanced or academic words, basically. And today's lesson, we have 5 AWL words. So you want to be familiar not only with the word I give you, but with all forms of the word, synonyms, antonyms, etc. And the goal, of course, is to use and produce the target vocabulary. So I definitely want everybody to integrate these words into their writing, into their speaking. Of course, I want you to understand them when you read them and when you hear them. Comprehension is very important. However, you also want to use these words, again, especially on TOEFL, IELTS, any kind of standardized test to get into college or university or master's programs in English-speaking countries. You can also use them in professional settings, of course, or if that doesn't apply to you, it's just a trait or characteristic of a fluent speaker. So more or less, if you use advanced words, you have an advanced level of English, right? I mean, it's pretty basic. If you use advanced vocabulary, you're going to have a more advanced level, and that is the goal. So let's watch this little video here. I'm going to share my computer sound with you. So I'm going to inject, or how can I say, take over your microphones for a second, and you're gonna hear what I'm hearing. If you can't, just let me know, but it shouldn't be a problem. But it's a 3-minute video on the world's most dynamic cities. The world's most dynamic cities. So you're going to see one of these phrases in context many times. So let's just watch the video for 3 minutes. Hopefully that can reinforce the vocabulary in your mind, and then we'll do a little speaking activity and we'll practice the other vocabulary. So let's do it.
Hi friends.
Okay, so that was our little video. For the new student who is here, don't worry, I see everybody. We can talk at the end of the lesson, but just for right cities, innovation, which is like startups, new companies, patent application, inventions, technology, and environment. So these are some of the factors that makes a city dynamic. And then what is the definition of dynamic? Well, let's just look at the definition of dynamic together. Uh, Characterized by constant change, activity, or progress, or it can just be like this, full of energy and new ideas. So some similar words, some synonyms: energetic, spirited, active, lively, zestful, vital, vigorous. Okay, so that's dynamic. So question A, what is the most dynamic city you've ever visited? What's the most dynamic city you have ever visited? Why do you consider it to be dynamic? So, Mohammed, what's the most dynamic city you have ever visited? Mohammed. Oh, sorry, I'm having.
Is the sorry?
Can you
Can
hear
you
me,
hear me?
Mohammed? But the whole purpose of this activity is to teach you the process. So I want you not only to learn the answers, but more important than anything right now is probably the process, because if you understand the process, then you can learn on your own. Then you know how to learn by yourself. You understand the system, the method, the process. So, the process is the most critical part of this, or is the most critical aspect of this lesson, right? I don't want you just to learn all the answers. I want you to see the process, see the method, the system. So, I call it the system. But really, if you follow it like this, then you'll be able to teach yourself. You will be able to apply this to many other things. So basically, this is how I approach vocabulary. This is how I try to learn it, and this is the process. This is the method. So of course, we had 5 vocabulary words in the video yesterday, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different rows. We will only use one version or one word per row. So let's start with transfer. Transfer is the base verb. And if you know the answer, you can just say it, just, speak up. So what is the gerund of transfer?
Transferring.
Yeah, I like to do this just because it should be fast. What's the past simple of transfer?
Transported with ed at ed last.
Transferred, yeah.
Regular verb.
Regular verb.
Yeah, it is a regular verb. What's
Transportation.
Not quite. What's
No?
the
No,
Transformation.
transportation.
Well, actually, there are a couple of them. One noun of transfer is transfer. For example, it can be used as a noun. It's the same word. Transformation, not quite, but you're very, very, very close. So let me walk you through a process that I like. Just like this on Google, transfer definition. Okay, as a verb, as a noun. So I can just do this if I don't know, and that's like one thing that I do a lot, right? You can learn all about the word. You can get the noun version of it. You can also go to dictionary.com. I do this quite a bit as well. Dictionary.com is an awesome resource for you to learn English. Oh, okay, so now I can see the verb. Or you can see the noun, right? You can see how it's used. So basically the noun of transfer is transfer. Transfer is a verb. Transfer is a noun. What are some synonyms?
Move.
Yeah, I mean, basically to transfer is to move. Yeah, to move from one place to another, more or less. Here's one thing you can do. Thesaurus, right? A thesaurus is for synonyms. So let's go to this. And let's look for some synonyms as a verb, right? So we have synonyms for it as a noun. Change of possession. We have some synonyms for it as a verb. So, you know, assign, change, convert. These are all transmit. These are all synonyms based on the context. And you have synonyms here based on if it's a noun, such as transmission, assignment, displacement. So there's all sorts of them. Okay, so if the gerund is distributing, what is the base verb?
Distribute.
Yeah, good. The emphasis is distribute. Distribute. What's the simple past?
Distributed.
Regular verb.
Distributed. Distributed. So yes, you're correct. Focus on my emphasis, what syllables I emphasize. So distributed, not distributed, right? Distributed. And the first syllable is stressed, is emphasized. Okay, what is the noun?
Distribution.
Yeah, distribution. What are some synonyms? Okay, let's just learn how to learn ourselves, right? I do this when I'm writing. If I'm writing and I'm using the same word over and over again, I just go to the thesaurus and I look up synonyms so I can find a different word that means the same thing. So, okay, so how about disperse, disseminate, dispense, give away? Ah, wow, give away, the phrasal verb from last week, remember? Share, a lot, a portion. So there's so many synonyms here, right? And there's synonyms based on each of the different meanings. So again, this is the system, the process. So I'm not even gonna write them in this box here. Well, I mean, I will, just so you can see them, I suppose. I'll write a couple, you know, dispense, disperse. There's a lot. There's a lot of synonyms, and the more you know, the better it is. Okay, the past simple. Past simple is documented. What is the base verb?
Document.
Document. Yeah, wow. This word is a verb.
In
What is
the
the
video,
noun? What is
you said it. You used it in your video, in your last video.
Yes, I did. Yeah, right here it's a
Yeah.
verb. In the video, it is a
Yeah.
verb. And I
Yeah.
did this for a specific reason. I did this because it is commonly used as a noun, but
Yeah.
it is also a verb. What is the gerund of the verb document?
Documenting.
Good. Yeah. So what is the noun? There's more than one.
Document.
Okay, yes.
Document.
So one noun is document. There's more. There is also documentation. That is also,
Yes.
a document as a noun is like just like one piece of paper, a document with, very vital information or critical information. Documentation is many documents put together. And what was the synonym I gave you for document, the synonym from the video?
Record.
Yeah, record. And okay, like for examples, let's just find what are some other ones, right? Document. Look, it as a verb, record. Okay, so here are some synonyms: chronicle, catalog, detail. Wow, look, detail. Detail is a noun usually, the details, but detail can also be a verb, right? Chronicle is a verb as well. These things mean to record what is happening. You can record by writing, you can record by taking a picture, you can record by collecting documents, any proof or evidence. You can take a video to document something. You can document on your Instagram stories. You can document on Twitter, right? Any written record is you documenting the situation. Okay, so let's go to this one. You did need to watch the video to get this one, but of the 5 words in the video, one of them is not really a verb, a gerund, or used in the simple past. What word was not a verb? Did not have a verb version from the video.
Dynamic.
Dynamic, yeah.
Dynamic.
So dynamic is an adjective. Dynamic describes nouns. So there's not really a verb version. There is a couple. There's a word like dynamism is kind of a noun, but honestly, dynamic really only exists as an adjective. So I wanted to give you something that's a little different, but as always, we can like explore the word, learn the word. So is it adjective? Does it really, as a noun? Yes, dynamic can also be used as a noun, right? The dynamics is a common way to make it a noun. But the overwhelming majority of the time it's used as an adjective. So let's just see some synonyms of the word dynamic. Does anybody know any synonyms of dynamic?
Active.
Yeah, active, vital. There's some other ones that I really like.
Very active, no?
Yeah, active is very good. It's, dynamic, active. I like vibrant. Vibrant is an excellent word. Dynamic is an excellent word. We have, lively. I like that one.
Energy.
Excuse me?
Energetic.
Energetic. Yeah. Energetic. So like I said, this is just the process. Once you're advanced, once you're ready for academic English, you know, it's not really about me just telling you what to know. It's really about you knowing the process at this point. So, okay, there's only one word left from the video, and I'll give you the synonyms only. The synonyms for this word are encourage, advance, or further.
Promote.
Yeah, and where should I write promote in this chart? Verb, gerund, simple past, where do I write it?
No.
That's not the best place to write
Verb.
it. Yeah, verb. Promote is usually a verb. I mean, the most of the time. Okay, what is the gerund?
Promoting.
Promoting is the gerund. What's the simple past?
Promoted.
Promoted.
Yeah,
Promoted.
promoted, exactly. And what's the most common noun?
Promotion.
Promotion. Yeah, that's the most common. But I mean, are there other ones? There could be more obscure words. It's definitely possible, right? Okay, so the main point is that you should be able to do this for every academic word that you come across. And in fact, you need to be able to do this process very quickly. You just need to know it all in your mind. If you don't know it, then you need to practice like this. You need to be thinking to yourself, okay, the verb is promote. Okay, what's the gerund? Okay, how do I use a gerund? Okay, what is the noun? What are synonyms? If you don't understand all of this, then you probably really don't understand the vocabulary, which means you can't really use it properly, which means it will be very hard to get a good score on TOEFL, IELTS, go to college or university in the United States. This is what you want to be able to do to truly be ready, from the video to simply complete the sentence. So it's a really basic activity, but it's just, you know, practice is good. Exercises are good to train our brains. So if you know the answer, please just speak up. Please just say it. Okay, number one. The brewery was bought out by a larger company for blank purposes. Before the acquisition, they didn't have the ability to sell their product in markets across the country. What word could I put here? What word from the video would go well here? What word is, what word describes spreading your product across a country? What word?
Promoting.
Yeah, that's close. But this is when you need to spread out what you make so people can buy it.
Okay.
What's the word for the one of these 5 words is really when you're spreading something out? When you're
Dynamic. Dynamic. No.
Distribute.
Distribute.
distribution. Yeah, exactly. Good job, guys. So distribution, right? Distribution. This is an entire process, right? We can go into it a little bit, but distribution, that's when you distribute your products. If I make something and I want to sell it in a different part of my country, in a different city, in a different country, a different continent, I need to distribute my product, spread it out so people have access to buy it. Number 2, marketing firms are hired to help companies blank their business.
Transfer. Transferring.
Transfer their business. Yes.
Marketing. Marketing is the key.
Promoting.
Promote.
Promote.
Yeah. Help companies promote their business. So after the verb help, we use the base verb. Help companies is just an object that's separating these two verbs, but the rule is the same. After help, you have the base verb. Okay, very good. Help promote their business. Social media, number 3. Social media has given people the opportunity to blank moments of their lives.
Document.
Yeah, very good. Has given people opportunities to document moments of their lives. If you get a good score on the TOEFL test, you are eligible to blank to a university.
Transfer.
Transfer.
Yeah, transfer. So it's very common to attend a language school in the United States, and once your English is good enough and once you get a good enough score on the test, you transfer from an English language school to a college or university. That's very common. Transferring like that is very common. Okay, and number 5, Seoul is a bustling and blank city.
Dynamic.
All right.
Dynamic.
Dynamic. Yeah, very good, everybody. So that is pretty much the end of the lesson today. And again, these academic English lessons are a little bit different than a grammar lesson or a pronunciation lesson. So again, the goal, of course, is to use and produce this vocabulary, to not only understand these words, but to write them, to say them, and to understand all the various versions of the word. And again, the process is probably really the most critical aspect of this lesson. If you're ready for advanced English, then at that point, the teacher's not just, telling you the answer. The teacher really is kind of guiding you. And I hope that you can use this system and these methods, the process itself. I hope you can learn that and start using that. That is the goal of academic English lessons.